You both were smiling at the guests coming in the party while greeting them as they were giving both of you best wishes for your new life ahead. Everyone is looking amused and happy to finally see the wife of John Jungkook, who is one of the richest and youngest billionaire. A lot of billionaire businessmen tried to get him married to their daughters and offered so much wealth just in the hope that he would select their daughters but failed. He finally chose his own secretary to be his future wife. It was a shock to everyone, especially his parents, but then they respected their decision. And you also have a good impression on them, so it didn't take much time for them to agree for this marriage. You are looking so cute together. You smiled and bowed politely. Everyone is happy, especially John family, but only you two know what's the real truth. 2 days ago, when you both got married, making it look perfect and real, something else was going on behind, which no one was aware of. Just in few weeks, Jungkook proposed you. He introduced you to his family and as his girlfriend. Then you guys got engaged, then marriage. Now you're greeting the guest in a reception. Your arms were interlocked with Jungkook's and he was also helping you with your dress as its layers were making you uncomfortable because you are not a dress person but because now you are also a part of John family who is the richest among all. You need to maintain the class and status. You turn your face towards Jungkook. I'll excuse myself for a while. You freed your hand and walked to the backside where there was not so many people. Jungkook was feeling a bit nervous because he still fear what if anyone in his family get doubt about his and your fake relationship. He doesn't believe in commitments and was not ready for the marriage, but his dad will only hand him over the entire company if he gets married. First he was okay with whatever he had, but with his rapid success and John Enterprises taking his lead in the market, he now wants to be the sole heir of the entire John Enterprises. He decided to get married but not for real. That's why he made a deal with you, and because you always liked him, in fact you have serious feelings for him, you decided to accept the contract. As it's only a matter of few months or maximum a year, Jungkook himself would never let it go too far. You just have to act like his real wife in front of his parents, but when it comes to both of you, you guys will live your life normal like before. There would be no restrictions but with care, because once they came to know, it would be the end of this game. You got a bit comfortable after coming here as you feel a bit suffocated around so many people, although it's not new for you as you have to attend a lot of parties even bigger than these as Jungkook's personal secretary. But that is different because there you have to do your work. Now people are meeting you as the daughter-in-law of John Enterprises and wife of youngest billionaire. You were standing casually watching people from distance while folding your arms and drinking wine. Suddenly someone tapped on your shoulder lightly, making you flinch a little and turn to the person. I'm so sorry to scare you. You sighed in relief and chuckled. Thank God I didn't get heart attack. He laughed. When did you came? I didn't notice. Just a while ago. Then I met boss, but you were not there. When I asked him, he ignored me like he do in office, so I found you by myself. I can't believe you guys got married. Don't mind him. We all know how he is. He nodded. Unwi is the top manager of the John Enterprises. Mrs. John has invited all the employees as well. She treats everyone like a family, and maybe this is the reason the employees loves and respect her so much. Now you have double roles to play everywhere, being his secretary and then wife. You smiled. Let's see. You both laughed. As a guest, you should be enjoying with other people and not here alone with the heiress of John Enterprises. You both turned back only to see Jungkook standing glaring at Unwoo with his cold eyes while his hands were inside his pockets. He slowly walked near before standing in front of you two. Actually, sir, I came to congratulate Secretary Nim. She's my wife here and not the secretary. Do that when you come to work tomorrow. He went quiet while Jungkook looked at you. People wants to meet you. It's not good to leave them waiting and come here. He extended his hand while you looked at Unwoo before walking away with Jungkook. You lay down on the bed and heard the sound of running water coming from the bathroom. It was past midnight. After sending off almost all the guests, you both came inside your room. Because you still lives in the John mansion, you have no choice but to share the same bedroom, and that's what you are doing from past 2 days. You already changed into the nightgown and now Jungkook is inside the bathroom taking a shower. You still can't believe you are now the wife of a man you always dream of having. You are getting more attached to him as he is now treating you like a wife even though you know it's for the show, but still your heart is taking it for granted. Little did Jungkook also know about your feelings, and that's why he chose you to be his contract wife, because no one can do this better than you. You were in your thoughts when Jungkook came out from the bathroom only in towel. His wet hair and the droplets of water on his body making him breathtakingly handsome. You wanted to look away, but your body wasn't ready to follow the command. Close your mouth. You came back in your senses and instantly felt so embarrassed. You looked away while Jungkook walked towards his closet before putting on his PJs. He put on some deo and then walked to the other side of the bed before laying down in it. You don't know if he's doing this on purpose or doesn't know that you both are married under a contract and not for real. Yet this guy doesn't hesitate to sleep in the same bed as you. He has no problem in sharing his bed with a woman. You were still looking at him and thinking all this when he opened his eyes and shifted them towards you. Are you waiting for something? You only have 4 hours before going to office, so decide whether you want to sleep or just stare at me. You looked away and turned to the other side before squeezing your eyes shut again in embarrassment. You gripped the sheet tightly because it's really not easy to sleep beside the man you love and he has no idea about it. He switched off the lamp, welcoming the darkness. Today is your first day of office after marriage and you came in your giant closet to get dressed, which is gifted you by Jungkook. It has all the luxury brands that you never imagined to get. Now you have so many choices that it's so hard to choose what to wear. He took out a black suit that matches your taste. In fact, everything here is so perfect and same as you like that you doubt how can his taste be same as yours or he knows what you like. It's really hard to find and you also don't have time for that. You quickly get dressed and set your hair in a ponytail before leaving. You came in the office and feeling a bit different from usual days. Now people are seeing you as CEO's wife too. You put the important files on the table and looked at him. go through these files and then you have to attend a meeting with Mr. David at 10. We have a meeting with special team at 3 and then in the evening Mr. Choi is coming. Jungkook lifted up his eyes and looked at you, making you a bit nervous. Anything else that you wanna add? You looked down. He casually looked in the file he opened in front of himself. I'll bring you coffee. You walked away from the room while Jungkook lifted up his face once you left. You came in the cafeteria to get Jungkook's special coffee. Your eyes fell on Unwoo, who was looking down unlike other days. He always greeted you with a warm smile, but today he seems to be nervous. He was ignoring you, but you approached him. What's the matter, bro? Are you ignoring me? No, why would I? I'm just in a hurry as I have some work done before the meeting with special team. You nodded. Oh, I thought you were mad for yesterday because of Jungkook. He looked at you and gulped. Unwoo stood up from his seat when Jungkook walked inside his office. He was so confused and tensed with his unexpected visit because if he needed something, he simply would have called him, but he himself came, making it impossible to even guess the reason. How may I help you, sir? Jungkook glared at him and sat on the table. Not help, but I want to strictly follow one thing. He looked him confused. I didn't get it, sir. Jungkook walked near him. If starting from today I see you talking to Ryan or even going near her in general, come to my office to collect a resignation letter. Unwoo looked him stunned. Sir, it's not what you're thinking. He paused after receiving death glare from Jungkook. That's why I'm letting it go this time. Think carefully. He walked away from there, leaving him tense. What? Jungkook really said that? You couldn't believe his words even though he explained you everything. Believe me or not, but I seriously don't want to lose my job. At least not now when I haven't applied for somewhere else. I'm sorry, Ryan. You also didn't talk much because he was seriously so scared and you don't want to make him lose his job. But you were confused with Jungkook's reaction as well. It was very hard to believe that he threatened him to not go near you. But then you remember an incident from the past which now completely makes sense to you. Few days back you were in the party with Jungkook, where after your job you were randomly talking with a guy at the bar counter. He was so sweet and you guys were just normally vibing with each other, but you didn't know Jungkook's eyes were only fixed on you from distance. You excused yourself for some minutes because you went to use the restroom, but when you came back you saw the guy already left. The party was still going on, but he left when he said he will wait. When you looked around, you found Jungkook smiling. He came to you and asked you to drive him to the hotel room. You came back in his office and put his coffee on the table. He was busy looking in the files, but you stayed there because you knew he would definitely look up at you, knowing that you are looking at him. What's wrong with you? He said without looking. Same thing I wanna ask too. He slowly lifted up his face and met your eyes. What's going on with you? Why are you threatening people for no reason? Are you talking about that manager? You got shocked after hearing that. It means it was all true. So it's true. Now I not only wants to know about manager Onwu but all those guys who you threatened. Are you serious? He got up from his seat and walked near you. Now you are my wife. They should know how to respect you from that way. They can't simply talk to you as a friend or whatever. Why? Why can't they? I'm not your real wife, remember? Only we know that. It's not the first time. You did it before too. What's the reason for that? He came more closer, making you gulp. Why are you so curious to know about it? Because I want to know what's going inside your head. You told me it's a contract marriage, but I see no difference between real one and contract marriage. Not only we pretend like a married couple in front of other people but share the same bed, which is surprising and not normal. You told me that I'm free to do anything unless it's not noticeable by your family. Then why do you keep your eyes on me? Why threaten other guys if they talk to me or come closer? What's the reason? Why do you always turn your face away when see me talking to other women? Why do you not like when I flirt with them? Why I see hate and anger in your eyes when they cling to me? You girl, but none of you broke the eye contact. If you have answer to these questions, then my answer is also same. He backed up and fixed his coat before grabbing his phone from the table. It's not my job to remind you about the meeting. Fix yourself and come. He walked away from the room while you set your hair and grabbed the files before leaving. You know now I'm completely satisfied with you, Jungkook, and I think that you're finally responsible enough to take over the presidency of John Enterprises. You and Jungkook both looked at him surprised. Mrs. John smiled. Jungkook is already taking it way ahead than we have ever imagined. Now there's nothing left to doubt, and Wine is equally praised for that. She said, smiling at you while you return back with great respect. Thanks, Dad. But I still think we should wait a little and hold the official ceremony on your first marriage anniversary. It would be the biggest news and on that special day making it more special. You looked at Jungkook. It's not possible that he would wait for a year to end this contract, but then you remember the incident from office. Sure, Dad, whenever you like, it would be better. He smiled and focused on eating while having a light smile on his face. You looked him completely surprised. What happened, dear? Don't you like the food? You looked at her and shook your head. Nothing, Mom, it's good. You started to eat. You closed the door behind you before walking inside the room. You drop yourself on the bed, really confused with his behavior. He's still downstairs talking to his parents. What he's trying to do, he'll make me crazy one day. I shouldn't have agreed to get married so easily. He definitely knows I have feelings for him and he's trying to play with them. You threw your hands and legs in the air and messed your hair. Enough, I'll finally talk to him now. You got up and was about to fall back to see Jungkook standing in front of you, but he caught you by grabbing your waist. What do you want to talk about? When did you walk in? When you were throwing your legs and arms like a crazy woman. You freed yourself from his grip as he chuckled. Make it clear, Jungkook, don't play with my feelings. I might not show it, but I too feel hurt. He walked closer to you. When did I play it with your feelings? In fact, you never told me about your feelings. But you know that I love you. You went silent after saying that. Jungkook smiled. This is what he want to listen from you. You what? You looked to the other side. He grabbed your chin gently and made you look at him. You what? Don't make me repeat again. I know you know everything. He chuckled and nodded. Then why are you making me repeat myself again and again? Why don't you understand that I don't like guys being touchy to you or talk to you? Why don't you understand that it's love? I don't like to show it openly. If you love me, then why did you ask me for the contract marriage? Why lied to everyone? Because I was not sure about your feelings. I was getting pressure of marriage and I had no girl in my life that I admire except you. I didn't know if you want to marry me or not, so I thought of this way. I just wanted to know your feelings, and if we finally came close in this marriage, I was planning to tell you about my feelings, but if not, he paused. If not, he slowly looked at you. If not, then we have to leave each other. We can't force someone to stay, right? What are you planning then? Would you stay or let go? You asked, looking him, feeling a bit scared. Do you love me? You nodded, more than anything. Then there's no way I'm letting you go. You chuckled and hugged him.